Good evening, everybody. How are you doing? It's your boy DC. This is Out of the Fog, a local matter show that goes right across the province. And tonight, it is an all-star cast. We have Tara Lehman, who is the Executive Director of the Chamber of Commerce of the town of Portugal Cove, St. Philip's, talking all about the initiatives happening out there. Then it's Kathie Hicks, who is the co-owner of Spirit of Newfoundland Productions, and she's talking all about the holiday vibes that they're bringing through. 50 big shows. Can't wait to talk to her about all of that. And then, of course, it's Julie Dwyer from Ease Mindfulness. And let's face it, we can all use a little bit more of that in our lives. It's Out of the Fog, right back after this break.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Heart and Home is your destination for Christmas cheer this season. Unwrap over 100 festive movies with over 20 new and premiere films, including the highly anticipated When Hope Calls Christmas Special, featuring the exciting return of Lori Loughlin and Daniel Lissing. Make Heart and Home Christmas your home for the very best in holiday entertainment. Heart and Home Christmas, now in free preview.
You're watching Rogers TV St. John's.
Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog. I hope you got your glass filled and your little bowl of potato chips there sat on the couch, because we're about to get into it now with the one and only Tara Lehman. What is up?
Thank you for having me. Always love being here with you. It's fantastic.
I wish we had a shoe cam, because Tara's tights go all the way down to her boots, and then the pattern is in the boots and the tights. I mean, it's too much to talk about. We'll have to have another show after the fact. But for now, we are here to talk about the beautiful town of Portugal Cove, St. Philip's.
Absolutely.
You're the executive director. You came into the position. You have a passion for business. You always have. I want to turn it over to you. What attracted you to come in to this beautiful town to help the businesses?
Well, I had to say, I'd never been in a position quite like that before, so it was really nice to just do something out of the box, and just I knew I had the skill set for so much of the position with the Chamber of Commerce, but yet enough of a challenge for me to learn new things. And it was a fantastic time, because to come in and help businesses at a time like COVID, when they really needed help, even just someone to talk to, that was really rewarding. It was, yeah, so it was a really good time to come into it from that perspective alone. So
that's so cool.
Yeah.
And I guess we want to paint a little picture. Tara, as an entrepreneur, as a relationship builder, a community person, you've had a lot of different forays in the community of business, which I'm assuming really served you well when you came into this Chamber of Commerce role. And how exciting has it been to work with local businesses from that area?
Really good, because with my entrepreneurship background, the small businesses, I do understand a lot where those people come from. But then the bigger businesses doing things I never did, really exciting to work off of that. And then again, go back to COVID, everyone is really having to come together in a new way, and to be a part of that, help shape that, is really, really good. So. And
coming into that position when you did, when everything was so much more virtual than it is evolving now, lots of challenges, but lots of opportunities too, am I right?
Absolutely. Well, we did one with you. We had we called them the Chamber Chats.
Yeah.
And so you came in because, we were, and I know like St. John's Board of Trade, Enloe, they were all the same. All the network events that these organizations did, they all happened over Zoom, and that was such a transition.
Sure.
So you came in and did the whole, hey, how to market your business Chamber Chat with us, and people loved that.
Which is important, like in virtual land, not so easy, and yet a real opportunity for folks who are maybe too intimidated to gussy up and go out to a mixer, but to be able to sit in the comfort of your own home and engage in different ways, I think has been a bit of a blessing for some people.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Tara, you're in the mix, you're doing the virtual things, you're popping around visiting the business, trying to find value, trying to connect, trying to keep them reinforced. Here's a little moment though. I did not know, sorry, I'll be honest, I did not know how many businesses there were in the town of Portugal Cove, St. Philip's. Am I the only one?
No, absolutely not. There's all kinds of people in PCSP that don't even know how many businesses are out there because it's so spread out. It's just geographically.
Such a beautiful
you know,
area.
And so it's amazing how many businesses are there. I mean, the chamber alone has over 100 members, and that doesn't even encompass all of the other businesses. Like it's big, it's growing.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, like, you know, growing up in, you know, Logan Bay, Middle Cove, Outer Cove, where there is not a commercial component outside of, you know, the convenience store and whatnot.
Yeah.
We all, I think, assume that that's the same way in all the bedroom communities and the eastern extern around, you know, businesses are alive and well outside of St. John's, Mount Pearl Paradise. There's a lot happening in Portugal Coast St. Phillips.
Well, it's only 10 minutes from
Exactly.
St. John's. If you're in Airport Heights, you're closer to
almost
there
there.
than you are to downtown to go shopping or the mall or,
Exactly.
you know, so people just are slowly starting to realize, I think that's our job is to, you know, we work next to the town very closely. We're our own entity as Chamber of Commerce.
Right.
The town out there is amazing. We're such a great partnership getting that word out there.
Well, speaking of which, let's talk about it because, you know, the boards that give so much volunteer time, residents of the community, throw some bouquets, like let them know they matter.
Oh my goodness, the board. I mean, any executive director of any organization will tell you you can only be as good as your board, and we have a fantastic board. So Michael Murray, who, you know, if anyone knows the Murray's Garden Center, Grounds
Yes,
Cafe,
of
everyone
course.
knows. So he's our president, and like we have like eight people on the board.
So
Like, you
great.
know, Farrell Calley's our vice president.
Yeah.
We've started the PCSP Arts Association, so we have a rep on our board for that.
And speaking of which, arts, events, tell me everything.
Well, the PCSP Arts Association launched a year ago, so any of their arts members automatically become members of the Chamber of Commerce,
Right.
which is awesome. And so actually next Saturday, the 27th, they have their second annual arts festival happening.
wow.
So there's live music by like the Relics. We got fire jugglers. They're gonna be out on the side of the road to attract people to come in.
Get out, that's amazing.
And there's like 15 vendors going to be there. A great place to do their Christmas shopping at Grounds Cafe. So it's beautiful. Come into Grounds Cafe, you got your music, and then you get guided out to the greenhouse where it's all lit up beautifully.
See, that's
and
what we
all
want.
the tables. Like,
That's event
it's
type
good.
stuff.
You just want to come for the fire jugglers.
I
know
want to go.
that,
You're going to be
you
there.
know.
That's why I'm going.
Oh, yeah.
Let's be honest. Although fire jugglers, wicked.
Well, exactly.
Like, I'm into that. And the Relics, can't wait.
I know. And that's just some of it. There's more musicians. There's, lots else on the go.
Well, speaking of lots else on the go, we're not done yet, are we?
No, we're not.
Let's talk about what is there in front of us on that wood block. What do you got?
What have I got? I've got the shopping passport contest.
Okay.
I think it's kind of like a lot of people say, hey, remember downtown you would get, like on Duckworth Street, you get the stamps for going to all the restaurants and all that, right? So this is similar, but we have 24 businesses. So what you do is you go around to any of these 24 businesses in PCSP, which again doesn't even scratch the surface of how many businesses are out there.
Wow.
And the more stamps you collect, the higher the chances to win. There's 3 prizes valued at $500+.
We love that.
I know. So we've got, oh my goodness, I could read them all off here. We'd be here all day, but I don't know if you want to look at it.
I do. I love it. Grab your passport, shop at participating businesses, collect the stamps, and have fun. Sure, that's what we do.
Have fun.
That's where we're hanging out.
Doesn't have fun shop. Got to make Christmas shopping fun. Some people find it like the drudgery. You're like, oh, I don't want to go out. Fun way to do it.
I agree with that. It's so good to support local, but you know, the conversation about supporting local, I feel like sometimes it lacks, and listen, you know, not trying to be controversial, but working with so many different organizations and groups, why we need to shop local is a conversation not happening enough. Like, logically speaking, yeah, I know I should shop local. Emotionally, there's not enough information. And that's why you guys have an exciting campaign also going on social media, which introduces us to the businesses that exist, the products and services that they sell, but most importantly, the reasons why. And I went on your Facebook page and I saw things like the products are made with care so they last longer than the stuff that you might get elsewhere. These are just one of the many facts, am I right?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of people don't realize that 68 cents per dollar stays in the community when you shop local. That's not happening with Walmart or when you shop on Amazon. That is huge. You're
Listen,
giving
Amazon,
that to your neighbor.
We'll have a whole other show about that another time. I'll zoom out though, because this is a positive show. We do want to support our local businesses. They are our friends and neighbors. They do lead to the jerseys on our kids' back and the ability to go to playgrounds and filling in potholes. And these are all the things that shopping local afford us to do. So we want to think more about that. We are so thankful that you came on the show today on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce and the town of Portugal Cove St. Phillips for all the amazing initiatives that you and the board are moving forward to help businesses thrive and to do more, but also to remind us of the value of supporting local and all the reasons why.
All the reasons why, please do.
And listen, whose voice is going to be on the radio now talking about this?
Mine.
I love it. Guys, this is Out of the Fog. This is Tara Lehman, the town of Portugal Cove St. Phillips we love. This is Out of the Fog, and we'll be right back after this break.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It all started when I racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Out of the Fog, like I told you before, and I am sitting next to the tour de force, one of the owners of Spirit of Newfoundland Productions, Kathie Hicks. How are you doing? You're festive, aren't you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you. A tour de force. I like that.
Well, you are. It's Spirit. Mm-hmm. We're coming through. It is Christmas, and what is Christmas without Spirit? I don't want to know.
Right. Exactly.
Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Tonight, by the time you guys watch this episode, they'll be 2 weeks in to their Christmas season, but you can still get some seats for their show. How many shows are you going to have?
We're doing 50 shows, plus 8 lunches, so that's like 58, so it's a pretty big season.
Big season.
So that kicks off, so it doesn't end until January 8th this year, which is unbelievable.
That's amazing.
But you know what? That's only because we're from Newfoundland as well.
How so?
Like, Newfoundlanders, like, they grabbed Christmas.
We do.
You know, and
right by
turn
the
it
holly.
Inside out, and we stretch it as long as we can.
We do.
And we go hard, and we got a name for every night. I mean, you know, where else in Canada do they celebrate Tibbs Eve, for example?
Exactly.
But, you know, and then Old Christmas Day is such a big deal. So like right now, so even mid-November, people are ready to rock on Christmas.
It's
they want,
so true.
yeah,
The
it's
energy
amazing.
is full.
Yeah.
Well, you're at the hat on, so we know
No,
that.
Yeah, I got the right. I mean, my hat goes on at the very beginning of the season, and it doesn't come off until Santa comes. I mean, Santa grabs it off your head and says, "Wash that," right?
Pose that off.
That off.
You got another 2 weeks yet. Kathy,
Yes.
you know, working in the arts,
Yes.
a lover of culture,
Yes.
well known for your advocacy in the subject and knowing who's who in the zoo. It's exciting to be back on stage and purveying Newfoundland culture to all the comer-homers and the people who love the season. Am I right?
Yeah, for sure. And you know, all the cast and crew, you know, with the opening of this for Christmas, because the capacity is able to increase a bit. So now they finally feel like there's people in front of them again.
Right.
You know, when we have reduced capacity the last, you know, almost 2 years.
True.
You know, there was so much space between people, which changes up the energy flow,
Yes.
which changes up a lot of things. And it just, you just feel like you're in the middle, you know, in front of a small house. But, however, gorgeousness happens too, and that is that we have been able to experience, because the pandemic kept people home, they're going out, a lot of people are going out for the very first time. So we get to experience that night after night, that gorgeous glory of coming out for the first time. And, you know, and now this year is going to be completely different. Like even last year for Christmas was still subdued. People were so careful. We were scared.
Sure.
We were cautious and we were scared. But this year, we're double vaxxed. Oh, where's my face mask? Somewhere.
In the bag.
Because that's the name of our show, right? It's like...
Yeah, well, tell us more, yeah.
Right. So this is the name of our show, and this is, I don't know if anyone's got a close-up on this, but Spirit of Newfoundland, of course, but it's 2 hypodermic needles, right? When's the last time you saw that on a Christmas mask? Right, 2 needles. But it's all I want for Christmas is my 2 vaccines. So it's digging that. Yeah, Janice Fitzgerald will she'll be making an entrance on the show. You know now. John Hagee will have something to say, I'm sure. And anyway, so there's all kinds of fun involved with this one. But it's about 2 vaccines and not making fun, but bringing light and comedy to what we've all just been through.
I think that's so important.
And still going through. It really is, yeah. But that's the beauty of the arts, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Like, don't we know that?
We
is
do.
What we make it understandable. We make it, what's
accessible,
the word?
maybe.
Yeah.
And maybe allow us to step outside of it and look in on it.
Right.
Which you need to do a little bit.
Yeah, and also have a laugh about it.
Exactly.
Because there's an awful lot of stress out there, isn't there?
Listen, and that's what we love about Spirit of Newfoundland. And for so many years, we've depended on you guys to help bring the shows that are always connected to the times that we're in, but with our own Newfoundland brand on top of it. Are you proud of what you and Peter and the incredible cast and crew and volunteers and all the people who work down there, are you proud of what you've built?
Oh my gosh, how lucky are we, really?
Truly.
So I got a little bag of some stuff there,
I know,
but
I saw.
this is how proud.
Well, can we?
We're going to be 25 years old. This is the first time we're seeing this poster. This is brand new. We're just announcing it today. We're doing a grand Spirit reunion in line with the Come Home year that's been announced and all that, So it is 25 years next year, like 25 years. This is actually our 25th Christmas. It's unbelievable that we've been able to continue like that, but it is because it's like, I don't know. It's the beauty of the St. John's audiences, that keep coming back and having a laugh. And
I got to ask you a question.
Yes.
What am I about to?
This is our rum cake. Like that is.
Have you had it, guys? Have you had a taste of it?
Well, this is special cake. For people who have not, this rum cake, they think it's full of fruit and rum, and it's not. It's a vanilla base. It's like a Caribbean style rum cake. And so, Screech, so we make that up in our building. So, so we're at our theater.
Love it.
We manufacture them, we package them there and all that. The rum sauce is included now. We used to have a bottle of rum sauce on the outside, but people really love them, and that's for you.
For me?
Yeah, yes, for you. In fact, but if you don't, you can give it away to one of your viewers if you want.
Do you know what I just might?
And, yeah.
Get at me, DM me, slide on in there, and you might be having this.
Right?
It's amazing to go from stage to product to everything else, and the famous Screech room that you got on the go in there. I mean, it's quite a lot to offer anyone who is from here or anyone who is coming here to visit.
Right.
We're in our final moment, so we got to cover all the key messages here, line it all up, fan it out in the plate. We got the Christmas show. All I want for Christmas is my 2 vaccines.
Yes.
We have 50 shows.
Right.
And how can folks get a table?
Well, again, it's after January 1st or January, with New Year's Eve, there's a few seats left there.
Is there a wait list I can hop on?
Yes, there's a wait list every night, which is, and anything can happen Christmas time, so we always encourage people just to get on the wait list.
Right.
And so, I mean, just do it. Like, we're really privileged. Like, we know we're privileged for that to happen.
Sure.
But that's how hungry people are to get out this year.
Wow.
They really want to get out. They got the double vax now to get me on, right?
Get me on the go.
Put a drink in my hand and let's have some fun. And that's a beautiful thing. And are you doing any contesting on this cake? Are you giving it away? Or
I am. We're doing it right now.
Okay, because we'll also see that little card you've got there.
Yeah. Oh, this one here.
For the 25th anniversary.
I see
we'll
it.
also put whoever's name is in the. We'll put that in a draw because this is a draw for. It's a whole weekend actually for the Doctor's House and one of our shows there for 3 couples, so 6 people. We'll put their name in to a draw for that as well.
Now, Kathie,
right?
I'm not shy of a draw, so thank you so much for this moment.
Yeah, and so this is about our 25th anniversary show, which is a couple of nights at Holy Heart Theater.
I love it.
That's a big show next July.
That's amazing.
So, and tickets go on sale right away, and we're announcing it here. How awesome.
We're debuting 25 Years of Spirit, everybody. You're going to get online. You're going to Google Spirit of Newfoundland Productions. You're going to come join the wait list. You're going to have a Screech cake on the go. Check it all out. Follow them on their social media.
Yep.
The incredible Kathie Hicks. Thank you so much for coming on.
Love you.
Love you too. Out of the Fog, guys. Right back after this break. Welcome back, everybody. This is Out of the Fog, and let me tell you, that in this crazy world that we are living in, it is all about opportunities to better connect with ourselves and to engage in mindfulness and wellness everywhere that we can. And that's why I'm so excited to be joined by the amazing Julie Dwyer. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm so happy to be here this evening.
Oh my gosh, so exciting.
Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on because the work that you do is so important. I'd like to ask you, tell me all about what led you into ease.
Ease. Well, I'd been studying mindfulness for well over 10 years, working with it clinically, and then the pandemic happened and we were all stuck at home, stuck in our own minds. And I started to think maybe there was a need for this here locally, sharing this knowledge that I had. And then, one thing led to another, and Ease was born as a way to connect people with each other, with the community when we were in lockdown, to connect with ourselves. And just, it's totally grown over the past year-ish.
Amazing. So, pre-Ease, working in the industry, tell me more about that and sort of your history and what led you there.
So I was introduced to mindfulness in my undergraduate degree at MUN in psychology.
Okay.
I, was doing yoga at the time and just kind of saw the benefits of that myself. So good. And then I moved to Scotland actually for my master's in clinical psychology.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like going to the real life Hogwarts.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
very
I
fancy,
bet.
very nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And I was very fortunate to do research specifically on mindfulness-based interventions for anxiety.
Oh, wow.
So I specifically looked at how mindfulness can help us when we're spiraling, when we're worrying, when we're, doing all these human things that we all tend to do.
Sure.
More so in a pandemic. And then eventually I made my way back to Newfoundland. I've been working clinically in a role in an outpatient pain program using mindfulness. We use it there as a pain management strategy, which has now led me to my PhD.
Oh my.
So it's kind of a never-ending journey. Clearly passionate about mindfulness.
Which is, and so lucky for us that you are, because we need more people in the space to make this concept tangible.
It's, you can read the definition in a book and you can look it up on the internet and stuff like that, but until you're practicing it, until you're present, you recognize that calmness in yourself, you start to see the benefit.
Mindfulness can be about training your mind to cope with the realities of life, all the stress, anxiety, depression.
Absolutely. It's about giving yourself permission to show up exactly as you are in this moment. Not needing to perform for anybody, not needing to present yourself in any particular way, whether you're feeling like you've had the best day and you feel, on top of the world, or you feel like a really bad.
I read your mind. I know where you're going there,
if you're feeling down, it's about, meeting yourself exactly where you are and just, riding the wave, if you want to think about it as that metaphor, our thoughts, our feelings, none of them are permanent. We get,
even though we feel like they are sometimes.
when we've all been there, that terrible anger or the heartbreak or the Kement Road traffic, it's like you just reach a level where you think it's never gonna, you're stuck there in that moment, but it's not. And it's like reminding ourselves that in this moment, I'm feeling this way, but this is not forever. This is just a feeling, it's gonna pass. It's just a thought, it's gonna pass.
So important, because how many of us, and I'm looking at you guys, how many of us are in our moments and we think it's forever and that it's the worst it could ever be, and oh my God, every worst case scenario. How do you help your clients with this reality?
It's about, learning to sit with it, making space for it. Acceptance can be a tricky word. When we talk about mindfulness, part of that definition involves acceptance of the present moment. But what if the present moment sucks?
Right.
Grief, loss, pandemic, breakups, all kinds of horrible things happen in our world that we don't want to accept. So if we kind of change the way we think about acceptance to perhaps just simply making space for it, allowing it, then with time, with, practice, we are then able to accept these difficult situations. We're more able to handle them when the hard things do come, as inevitably they will.
And they will.
Yeah.
So will the good times too. But our final moment of our hang, or minute, I'll say, I want to make the most of it. People watching at home, they appreciate that you are working in the wellness industry and you have a bunch of services and opportunities that you can help folks with. What would you like to to let everybody know so they can access you?
Well, I'm really excited to share that today, actually, myself and Emily of Your Abode, partnered up to offer a very special wellness experience at the Hue and Draw Hotel in Corner Brook. It is on Mother's Day weekend, so a while away, but we wanted to offer it before Christmas. Interesting angle we're taking. The holidays can be really triggering for many people.
Absolutely.
For a variety of reasons.
True.
Mother's Day can be very triggering for many reasons, whether, infertility, loss, grief, strained relationships. So we are offering a safe, inclusive space, Mother's Day weekend, to come stay in a beautiful, beautiful hotel with us for 2 nights, hiking, cold water therapy, 3-course mindful meals, hot tubs, candle making, scent design, mindfulness. It's going to be just absolutely incredible.
That's so incredible.
However, we notice and we recognize that opportunities like this, often are afforded to people of privilege.
Sure.
Takes, to be able to go and spend the money to go to Corner Brook. So we want to give away 1 spot to this retreat, completely free of charge. In addition, provide a stipend for travel, for gas to get out there if you're coming from here. I mean, even the gas is expensive. Gas is really expensive. So we have nominations open as of today, November 18th. Well, 2 weeks later, I guess, for the
still
TV
be
show.
open.
But they're open until December 20th.
Love it.
And we will announce the winner on December 24th. So that'll be someone that can come, practice all these wellness things with us, totally accessible, totally free for that person.
I think you're amazing.
I think you're amazing.
Thank you so much. The work you're doing is so important. Everybody viewing at home, check her out online. Ease, Mindfulness, Julie Dwyer, leading the charge. You want to get in and learn more about all of this. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me.
Will you come back?
Absolutely.
Can't wait.
Yay.
Guys, it's Out of the Fog. Right back after this break. Well, Boz, what can I tell you? It was a wicked old show once again. Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Tara. And thank you, Kathie Hicks, for giving me this sweet little Spirit of Newfoundland cake. And if you haven't had it, you should. And if you want to have your own, DM me. But one condition, you got to eat it with me. And guess who's coming to dinner? It's your boy. And one more thing, Kathie, at the end of her interview, gave me some little love. And she wanted me to pass this on. So, Don, who's my volunteer buddy, standing there, this is for you, my friend. This is for all those scones that you're going to be bringing me. Jeez, enough dessert, isn't it? Guys, it's Out of the Fog. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.
If you have a comment about this program,